Is this working? Let's see. It seems that it is working here, but let me see. Okay, okay, okay. So I am starting a few minutes earlier just to be sure that this is working. It seems to be live, so we are good to go. Hello, everybody. I am starting a bit earlier, but don't worry because I still need to set up a few things like enlarge the font here and also in the browser. Let me just do it like this because I want it to be legible for everybody. So I think something like this is good. But yeah, normally, of course, I don't. I have a smaller font, but I think this will do. I don't know if you can hear me, if my microphone is good. From what I can see here with the recording software, it is responding to my voice and it is looking fine. But I don't know if you can see it. So hello to everybody. I have the chat here, and let me also make this larger. Yeah, I think this is good enough. So yeah, what I want to talk about today, and what I want to actually do, not just talk about, is the maintenance of the Denote package. And depending, okay, so good, the microphone is perfect. I want to address some issues with Denote. I have them here in Firefox. And once I do this, depending on the available time, either I will engage in a discussion with you, or I will also do maintenance work for another package that I have, which I think came out in at the wrong time. It came out when I didn't have electricity, so at the end of July, and it hasn't received the attention it needs. So we will see that as well. It's the Dired preview package. But now I am waiting just for it to be 2:30 exactly so that I can start, just for you to know. Screen perfect, everything perfect. So we are great. So we have another minute, and I want to be exactly on time, just so that everyone who got the notification can join and see what I'm about to discuss and work on. What you see here, of course, is my regular Emacs, how I use it. I never have exactly the same setup because I am always testing stuff. Right now, for example, I am testing the Modus themes with a few overrides to the color palette. You will see the cursor, for example, it's a cyan color. The mode line here is a little bit different than the default. And yeah, I always try a few things. And right now, I believe I am also using MCT, my package for completions, instead of Vertigo, what I normally use. I use Vertigo, nevertheless, I have customizations for it so that it doesn't pop up eagerly. It pops up eagerly as an exception to the norm, and I do this in order to avoid accidents. When I am in a meeting, I don't want Vertigo to pop up eagerly because it may divulge some private information, and I want to avoid that. But today I'm not using Vertigo, I have MCT. Anyhow, we are on time, so let me tell you what this is about. I want to do work on Denote, and I have three issues here that need to be addressed. One is a big one, which is actually two of them are big, and the other one I think is smaller. So I will start with the smallest one, but let me tell you about the big ones. Here is about refactoring the various functions that slugify the content, the strings and the keywords and everything that goes into the denote file name. To slugify is to hyphenate the words and canonicalize their presentation so that they don't have spaces, they don't have characters that we consider illegal for the purposes of the file system. And here we have Jean Charles discussing with me and Noboru Ota, else Nobio, discussing what could be done or should be done here. And this is a comprehensive overview slash proposal of what to do here. I still need to reread it. I didn't have time to do this earlier. This was started a month ago, and it coincided with the time when I didn't have electricity at the hut, so it wasn't possible to work on this. But anyhow, this is a big one. I want to leave this for last. The second one, which is also big but maybe a bit smaller, is the one from Jean-Philippe. Here, it's a pull request, which is about streamlining or making more efficient the code that I have right now for avoiding the creation of duplicate identifiers. There were some cases where identifiers could be duplicated, and this had to do with the programmatic touch of file names. For example, if you were to do a touch on the Unix shell and apply it to many files, these files would then all have the same modified time. And then if you were to rename them with denote, they would all have the same modified time. So I introduced a heuristic that would make this impossible. And this was introduced in version 2.0 of denote. And then shortly thereafter, Jean-Philippe proposed this pull request, and it applies to a lot of things as well. And I want to study this and then proceed to merge it. And same idea as before, this was introduced at the end of July, which coincided with the time I didn't have electricity. And finally, we have this one from Mark Olson. And this one seems smaller, but we will see. And it is about creating links that have a signature as part of their description. In case you don't know or you don't remember, signature is a new field in the denote file name file naming scheme. It is a new field that is arbitrary. It is a string that the user can add whatever they want there. And the signature is basically for people to add some structure to their notes, whatever sort of structure they want, which is separate from the title and separate from the keywords. And this only appears on the file name. It doesn't appear in the contents of the file. So what Mark is suggesting here, or asking at least, is whether we could have the signature appear in the description of a link, meaning that we can create a link that includes the text of the signature. And I think this is a good idea, and I asked the question and Mark provided a reply, and I think this is very good for me to have something to start with. Let me then switch to denote here. Let me quickly check the chat in case there are any questions. So hello everyone, audio could be louder. Let me see what I can do about that. If it could be louder, then it should be louder. Probably 80%. I think this is good. I don't want to raise it too much. Yeah, I see it's already entering the yellow to red territory there. I don't want it to be too high. So I think 80% should be good. Let me then, hello to everybody. Hello to Kostas, my fellow compatriot from Greece, and Lasse Kleiman and everybody else in the chat. We will get to the chat later, but let's do some work. The signature, linking to the signature. What I want to do is remind myself, because this is the other problem, remind myself how we handle links nowadays. How we handle links nowadays, and I want to focus on functions. Denote link. So denote link is the main command that we use to insert a link. What this does though is that it always inserts the files target. And the only exception to this is when you have some region of text selected, in which case it will use that region and convert it into a link. This is the idea. I thought a bit about this. I thought a bit about Mark's suggestion before the live stream today. And my first idea was to operate on the denote link, was to rewrite this function such that it would have a do what I mean behavior, you know, like if the file has a signature, add the signature as well, or prompt the user to add the signature, or accept a prefix argument and then add the signature based on that, or, you know, something along those lines. This sort of behavior is common, especially in org mode, but I think it is hard to reason about, it is difficult to document, and also it is not easy to test, because you have to consider all the different configurations of the case, all the scenario, and I think that's not nice. I prefer to have functions that have a little bit of this adaptability, but not too much, and then basically introduce a new function. And in the issue here, in the feedback that Mark provided, is that they would prefer a custom function that would insert the description with the signature, but it would be basically an on-demand operation. And I think this approach is better because then we don't add complexity to the existing code base, and we still give people what they want. And anyway, the signature is a new feature. It was added in version 2.0, so I think it makes sense to start leveraging what it provides. Let me see now what I need to see, which is how we do this. Because we have a few things that we need to consider. I could use denote link. No, I could not. Because denote link does not accept a description argument. We should have made that. If denote were to accept a description argument, then I wouldn't have to duplicate what the denote link function is doing here. But it is not accepting a description argument, meaning that I will have to duplicate part of the code, and I don't want to duplicate. Yeah, I would have to duplicate because basically all these would be taken verbatim. Yeah, and basically the only thing that would change is the description, which would be a procedure that checks if the file has a signature. Do we have denote signature P? I think we do have it. Yeah, okay, so we would be using this function basically. It will be this procedure. It checks if the file has a signature. If it does have a signature, it retrieves it and uses it as the description, or perhaps, and maybe that's even better, uses it as the description in tandem with the file title, joining them into a single string. But we will work on that, on the modalities of that. What I need to do now is see how I can rewrite this such that the interactive specification here accepts a description, but it cannot be in the interactive specification. This is the problem here. So the code here assumes that it won't be given ever, because the reason is, let me see. Okay. The reason is that the helper function will retrieve the description itself. And this is why this helper function is private with the double dash, signified there by the double dash, because I saw this before and I was like, this is not good. We should have like the description as an argument, and it should no longer be optional. It should be a mandatory argument, a required argument, and then we should basically handle it in the interactive functions whether this argument is the one of the region or the one that it corresponds to the file being linked. Okay, so I have a few things to do. Let me then start from the scratch buffer where I will create a new denote directory, which will be in my TMP. TMP notes. This is fine. Okay, this is good. And let's go ahead and create a few nodes. Let me enable KeyCast so that you can see the key bindings that I type. And let me then create a new node with a signature. As I said, the signature is an arbitrary string, so I will just type something like this, ABC, and then we will say my first signature node, denote testing. Fine, this is okay. Let's create a second one with ABC again. My second, and denote testing. This is good. We have two nodes with a signature. Are we here? We are here. This is good. Let me also have a node that is a regular node. My first regular node. I don't know if I need the second one, but let's have this as well. Okay, all good, all good. We have a few nodes here. Okay, let me see now the behavior of the denote link command. I will do the denote link command, and it is asking me to select a node. Oh, let me create a second regular node. My second regular node. Denote testing. Okay, and let's use denote link now and insert the link to my first regular node like this. Okay, because I am in plain text, this is how it does it, but this is fine because I anyway need to see what it is doing. I use plain text by default for my nodes, though the default in denote is org mode. Okay, so it inserts it like this. And if I have some text that should become a link. Let me move this here like this and have it like this. We don't worry. Denote buttonized links. Let me do that very quickly. What happened? Okay, and let's now take this. That should become a link. Let me see if this will work. Signature first. Okay, that should become a link. Became a link. Exactly. Okay. This is good. This is good. Let me save. Do this work? Enter. Okay, this works. And what about this? It works. Okay, so far so good. Let's try now to make this take the description as a mandatory argument. And let's see what we can do. Prepare link to file using format and description text. Format is the symbol of a variable that specifies a string. See the link property of denote file types. Very well. Okay, this is a bit abstract, but this is fine. I can make it a bit more expressive, a bit more descriptive. File is the path to a file name. Format is the symbol, blah, blah, blah. Description is the text of the link. Okay, this is good. Okay, so let me see then. We have three calls to this. One is in denote link, the other is in denote link prepare links. Okay, so we will, okay, I see here. I see here in the node link prepare links, we should add the, okay, we will do it. We will need to add there the function that retrieves the file title. Let me then use a substitute to make this public. The node format link is the new name. And what I want to do here is make obsolete, and it was the node link format link, and the new one is the node format link, and this is for version like this. Yeah, okay. And I always do this. Normally we don't have to declare private functions as obsolete, because that's the point of being private. You can change them whenever you want. Nevertheless, I understand that people may be using them, so I don't want to inconvenience them. Okay, let's focus on this. This is now taking a mandatory description, which means here that okay, let me see. Okay, fine. We could still keep this actually, because we could still keep this as I see it here. We could say description is the text of the link. Let me have it separate. If nil, description is retrieved from the file. Unless the format is this. Okay, this is good. Let's have it like this. Okay, I think this is good. Let me see now. Evaluate this, and then let's go here. And here we are always providing a description. However, if you see the signature of this function, the description is let bound. It is not in the interactive spec. And this is not what we want, because now it will not work. What we want then is to go back here and take this and use it in the interactive specification. But do we have the file type at this point? We don't have it, meaning that we need the file type as well. Fine. This will change quite a little bit, folks. Let's then have it like this. Target, and then description and optional ID only. And meaning we have this here, and file type. I will need to think how best to have it here, because we will need it afterwards as well, the file type. Okay. I need to see how best to do this, because in the interactive specification, okay, this is the problem now. Now, the problem here is that I don't have the file, I don't have the file type here. And if I add them here, I will need to add them below as well. Of course, here I could do let the file be this. Okay, this we can do. And we have that, but we still don't have the file type. What I am doing here, just in case you don't follow, I am rewriting the interactive spec so that the function will be idempotent, whether we call it interactively or through Lisp. And I think this is a powerful way of doing it. The interactive spec has to always reflect the arity of the function, meaning the arguments you give to it. Here it has 3 arguments, and so the interactive spec must itself include a list of 3 arguments, exactly as it is above. So this is what I am doing now. The problem, though, as I said, is that I have the file type here and then the file type in the body of the function. If I let bind it here, I will still have to let bind it below. And this is not efficient. This is not efficient, but I cannot think of anything better right now. Therefore, I am inclined to take the file type as an argument as well. If we take the file type as an argument as well, here, then we will have it in both places without duplication. Let me try it. I don't know if this will work. File type. But let's give it a try, folks. File type. Let's have it like this. File type, then description. And so I will have here type. Let it be the file type, but interactively. Okay. We will return to that. We have the type. Let's call it a type. We have the file here, and then we have the type. Okay, the reason I am let binding it is because I will use it in 2 places. This is the reason. Whereas the description here is only used here, I don't need to let bind it. Let's see here what we have. Okay, this is fine. Remove this. And then we have, where is the file type in this function? Let me narrow to this defun and see, we have 2 here. 1 is there, 1 is here. I think this will work, folks. Let me see, what is the error here? What is the error here? Where are we? 299. Okay, so yeah, of course the documentation. I will update the documentation. But let me first check and see what I did here. Description is not used. Let me see. Description is here, and then it is also there. This looks fine to me. Okay, it is fine. Okay, let's see. Let's give it a try. And what I want now is to come here and let's see what we did. Insert a new note. Again to the first regular one. Okay, this inserted it as expected. This looks great. Some text to try again with the region. Let's see. And let's use, yeah, this one. Okay, this works better than I had expected. Enter, this is good. Kill, let's see. This is wonderful. Oh my goodness, this is better than I expected. I was expecting to get some error there, but it works right away. And as I said, this pattern of having the interactive spec reflect the arity of the function gives you a lot of flexibility, because now you can call this from Lisp as well and get the desired results. Let's try it just to see. Let me go to the TMP. Where am I? Sorry. Did I kill them all? No. Let me show you what I mean. We want to come here and let's say we take this, and here I will do denote link, and then we have the target. We will use the file type, which is text in this case. The description is hello world. You see, this is the point now. Let's do it like this. What it will do, I will do eval expression, as you can see with KeyCast, and then do this. Make it all one line. Is this correct? Okay, so hello world was ignored. Now this is wrong. It did the right thing in terms of getting the title of the note, but it didn't actually insert a description. Let me first get rid of these false positives for a second. File type description like this, and let me see now what the error is here, because we do have an error there. Unused lexical argument description. Okay. How is it unused? Okay. Is it because let's see. We have the let description. Okay, but this rebinds it, and this, if this is nil, then the description becomes nil. Let me call this desk. One second, just to see. No. Then desk is not used, but I want to just see first of all if this works. Hello world. Okay, so this works. Interesting. And let's then make this, let's keep this as it was, a description, and use if let. Let's use this one. If let, do the thing here. Do the thing here. Otherwise, the description. But now I don't know if this works. Let me see if this works. I think this will work, but we will soon find out. Hello world. Wonderful. Some region. And if I do it like this, and now what will it do? Some region. Okay, great. Great. I think this is the desired behavior, though actually it isn't, because if it is from Lisp, you would probably want to give it the string of the region. This is the idea. This needs more thought. It needs more thought. I'm not sure how best to handle this. And also, I kind of not like this. I don't like long let forms like this, let bindings. They are confusing. This should be its own function, and it should do its own thing. Because now that I think about it, this is only for interactive use. This has no business being in the body of the function if it is not interactive. Meaning that we need here a new function that will return the description in the interactive spec right here. Let's do this then. But because this is something that I'm not sure about, I will make it private for now. Denote get link description. Denote link get description. Like this. And yeah, I think it's like this without any arguments that we want it. And we will say here exactly the logic of this. We'll remove this altogether. This will look much cleaner now, folks. Let me see here what we have. And the description, the else clause, should be this. And so now it will accept two arguments, the file and the file type. Okay, you see, when you flesh it out like this, you also make apparent what the arguments are. Return description for denote link. Denote link. If the region is active, make the description the text within the region's boundaries. Else, retrieve the title from file given file type, like this. Okay. Type, file type. Okay, this looks good. I'm thinking now. I'm thinking now if we would need to do anything else to this. Selected text. Make it like this so that it's easier to read. Okay, I think this is better. Let's evaluate this, and then let's go to the interactive, and we have it here. And this is a file and type. This looks good, folks. Let me then go back to the note here, and it's this one here. And we want to try inserting a link first interactively to the second one with the signature. It doesn't really matter. This is good. Some region here. Let's do the here. And let's have the first one with the signature here. This is good. I like what I am seeing here. Let's call it interactively. Hello world. It is hello world. Some region. This should now be relevant because it's up to the function to decide what it will do. In that case, it's not our business. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. But really, it would be up to the function to define. Maybe the function would want to delete the region and replace it. But because this is called from Lisp, we don't want to assume, and we don't want to preempt any kind of behavior. This is for basically other users to define the modalities of. I like this, and we are good to go. And maybe, depending on user feedback, this can become public, or if I use it a bit longer. But I think this is robust. Therefore, let's proceed. I wonder if target now should be called file. Yeah. Let's call target here. Let's call it file, because target is kind of obscure. This is the beauty of having my substitute package. I just do it like this. Create link to file note in variable denote directory. File is of file type. Create link to file note in denote directory with description, like this. File is of file type. When called interactively, no, let me have it here. When called interactively, prompt for file using completion. Make in this case, make file. In this case, derive file type from the selected file. Otherwise, file type. No, I will write these later. In this case, derive the file type from the file, as well as the description from the title of file. With an active region, the description is the text of the region, regardless of the aforementioned, or despite, not regardless. despite the aforementioned. This is fine. I like this. With optional ID as a universal prefix, with optional ID as a non-nil argument. As a non-nil argument, such as with a universal prefix. Insert links with just the identifier and no further description. In this case, the link format is always blah. Let's see. This I want further up. I want it here, like this. Okay. Okay, I didn't consider the scenario of the active but empty list, empty rather region. Let me try this. Some text and then space here. Okay, and I have a region which has no text. What will happen in this scenario? Okay, this is correct. And I expect the case with Lisp to ignore this, because it should print a hello world. Great, great. This is the desired behavior. Wonderful. Insert an ID only link with an active region. Okay. Let's add some space there. Okay, like this. When called from Lisp, file is a string representing a full file system path. File type is a symbol as described in the node file type. Yeah, like that. Leave it. Description is a string. Whether the caller treats the active region specially is up to it. Okay, this is great. I refactored this. I am really happy with this. It looks better. Let me see. I would like to, you know, maybe I can make this one line. Yes, I like this more compact. How about this? It would be too long here. Yeah, no. Let's not do that. But actually, let's leave it like this because it's easier to read. Okay. Okay, so I did this. We have the denote link, which always does the right thing. We still have this to consider, which doesn't do the right thing. But here, let me see 1 second. What is this? Return link format based on file type. Isn't this here where it should go? Yeah, I think this should go here. It has no business being here. But here you give the... No. Let's leave it here. Let's leave it here because we treat the identifier only as well. Okay, let's leave it here. And I want to go here and then see what we will do with this. Before I continue with this, let me check the chat because I got absorbed into this. Hello, everybody. Yes. Okay, so no further questions or anything. Let's see then what we have here. Let me see. What is this? Prepare links to files from current file. When ID only. Okay, fine. This is good. Here we are missing the description, which could come the way it comes from this. Do we have the file type or not? We don't. But we have the file. Okay. Okay, we will do it. We will do it here. But before I evaluate the changes, I will see them in context. We have the file. The file type is this of file. Okay. Okay. We have this here, and this is of the file. Okay, I have not evaluated this. I will. Let me have it like this. I need to refresh my memory of where this is used. Okay, this is denote add links. Okay. Okay, I see that denote add links and denote add missing links give a file type. Okay, meaning that here sorry, let me see it again. What is this? File type is given for current file. This is confusing. This is highly confusing. What is this? Okay. File type, I see. I see. Current file type should be this. Let's rename it. Current file type. Otherwise, it's very confusing. Why didn't I do it here? Okay. Okay. I think this will work, but let's go and try. Let's go here, and what we want to do is some links to files with a signature. Let's see, or let's say links to files with a signature, and I will do denote add links. I have it here, and basically anything that has the signature, and then I don't mind. Okay, this looks good. This looks very promising. I do need, however, to test this in a new file type. Let me use Markdown because it has a different notation. A Markdown note. Let's see. What is the error here? Oh, I think I know. This I want to see as well, but not now because I have other things to do. And then denote testing. Okay, this looks good. And let's try the same. Wonderful. It works exactly as intended. Let me now do the denote add missing links here. And the regular expression is the same. And why is it so slow? It shouldn't. Let me see. Okay. Okay. We will see why it's so slow, but okay. It does the right thing. Let me see. Here. Add missing links. Same idea. Oh. Okay. I will need to see what is the rationale of the add missing links. If I do it like this. Okay. Now it was quick as well. So I don't know what happened there. Okay, everything seems to be working in terms of the old things. We don't have any regressions. I like what I have here. The thing is that what I did here has to be committed because I basically abstracted the denote link. Let me go then to the link description here. Where is it? Link, and then it's description. Okay, here. Okay, this is a private function, so I will not document it. But let me see in the documentation of the denote link, if we have anything here, okay, here I will need to change it. But let me see, do we have anything else? This is fine. This is fine. Link after creating, okay. I think everything else here is fine, but let me be sure. Okay. Okay, lots and lots of things. We don't need to worry about those, folks. Adding a link is what we need to rewrite. And we are here. The denote link command inserts a link at point to an entry. Let me bring it this way so that you see it. Inserts a link at point to an entry specified at the mini buffer prompt to a file. Links are formatted depending on the file type of the current node. In org and plain text buffers, links are formatted thus, while in Markdown they are expressed as blah. When denote link is called with a prefix argument, it formats links like da da da. The user might prefer its simplicity. Let me see. I think I like this though, because I don't really want to add the case of the Lisp. This is for advanced users, like when called from Lisp, you know, this part. I like what I'm seeing here. Let me see if the region is active. Its text is used as a link to the description instead. If the active region has no text, the inserted link used just uses. So we also have typos in this manual. Uses just the identifier as with the control U prefix. Okay, da da da. Okay, very good. Let's then produce my Git here. I have some other stuff that I have not committed, but let's not worry about this. Here we are fixing some typos. Fix typos in the manual about denote link, and do it like this. Okay, and here we will do make denote link more abstract to be to also call it from Lisp. Okay, this is great, folks. Let's push these because it will take a while. So as I said, I thought this would be a small issue, but apparently it was not a small issue. It's not a trivial issue. I started at 2:30. It's almost 3:30. It's 20 past. And here we are, and I have not even done the first issue. And this goes to the point of, you know, if you want to do something right, this is the thing. All I want to do is add a function that will be like denote link, but will have a different description, right? But to do just that, you have to have code that is sufficiently abstract so that you can reuse the parts and you don't, you know, copy paste and have the same thing in more than one place. Because if you do that, then it's impossible to maintain. It's not reusable, it's not nice, and I don't want to do that. Okay, now we can get to the issue over here. Let me then think how best to do it. Let's define first a helper function. Denote, I will do it 1 second. How did I do the previous one? Like this. Denote, get link description with signature. Okay, we will see what this is. We will see how to do this. I need to think about it. Let's go here, link get description. Let me then be consistent here. Link get description with signature. File type. Okay. Okay, we will simply not use this. This is fine. But I want to see what we can use here. I think we should ignore the region as well in this case, because the person who will be using this command will be interested in the signature. Otherwise, they could use just denote link, meaning that all we need to do here is simplify considerably. Format. Let me have signature and title like that. And it should be, no, here it should be like this. Denote, retrieve signature. What is it? Function signature, retrieve file name signature. Interesting. Okay, so I have this title or file. Retrieve file name signature from the file. Great. So this will accept a file argument. And then retrieve. No, here I want title. I don't want or file name. Retrieve title. Title value from file given file type. I wonder why we need the file type here. From file front matter per file type. Okay, we need it, of course, because we are checking the file contents. Fine, this is fine. So we need the file type as well. The reason we don't need this in the signature is because the signature is part of the file only. And so in that case, I will just do here or file name. Let's have it like that. But or file name, it's wrong again. It's either this or in this case, I want to do if let we have a title. If let we have a title, we have the format, or well, let's call them specifiers, be this, like this. Okay, and so what we will do is format with specifiers and with this. Okay, it's not sufficiently abstract now, because then we would have on title, we would have a duplication of the signature. The signature should be assumed as a constant. In this case, signature, it should be assumed as a constant. Signature, like this. And then we should do this. Let's have it like this. And then the if let will only be about this. We have, I'm not sure how best to do it. Let's not use if let at all. Let's have it here. Title is this. Okay. And so we will say here, if the title, Then the specifiers are this. Otherwise, we have this. And I think this is fine. Specifiers, a signature, or title. Or it could be just title, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Did I do the right thing or did I mess things up? Okay, let's see. Return return description for file with file type. Return denote link with signature description. Retrieve the title and signature from file with file type. This is good. Okay, but I will need to test this, of course. Let me then go back to one of the nodes here. We have this, and I want to do the eval expression for this. And we have this of file type text. What is this doing? ABC, my first signature node. This is correct. Should we have anything else there? I think this is fine. I don't want to mess around with the format now. Let me see if the node, let me create a new node without a title. Like this, denote and testing. Okay, it doesn't have a title. And what I want to do is copy this and then go up, sorry, copy that, and we want to come here and paste this. Let's see, nil, of course, nil, because yeah, I needed to do this with a signature. A, B, C, D, and without a title, and with denote and testing. Let's try again. Let's completely delete this. This is good. Okay. Let's see what we have now, folks. It returns exactly what I want, except for the added space, and that is not good. Okay. Why is this? Let's see. Why did this not return what I was expecting? Let's see it here. Okay, I like the uniformity here. It returns an empty string. Of course, so an empty string is not nil. And this is why I have this here. And if, let's do an and then. If title and not string mtp or string blank p. No, string mtp should be fine, of course. If it's a blank title, we will accept it because probably there is a good reason for it. I cannot think of any, but whatever. Let me see. Does this work now? Oh, sorry. Okay, wonderful. Let's see it. Okay, let me see. What does the blank actually do? I get a blank title here or not? No, it's still okay. So we don't need to test for the blank anyway. The function is smarter. Okay, this is looking good, folks. We get the description here. And now we want to do the defun denote link with a signature like this, and this accepts a file and a description. Okay, because you may want to also call it from Lisp. Auto load this thing, and we have interactive specification, which is a list. The file has the same meaning as above. Let me see. Ah, no, of course we will be getting let me declare this as interactive only. Because in the other case, it will be declare. Let me get the, I always forget how the declare is called. Interactive only, like this. Okay, we have this. This is interactive only because if you want to do the same with Lisp, you can just call denote link and format the description however you want. This is the beauty of this. And so we have this interactive like this. And we have denote link. This is exactly the point. File will be something that we will prompt for, or let me think. Okay, we will just get from denote link, we will just copy these. These are fine. We have the denote file prompt. This is fine. For the file type, we will be using this. This is also fine. And I think we should format it like this. And for the description, we have this little thing over here. But now I see what the problem is. We need to have file and type here. And so these must be here, meaning that I can just copy this whole thing as it is. Okay, file, type, and this. Okay. Do it like this. It doesn't really matter. Okay, let's see what we have here. Like denote, no. Insert link to file with signature. The link, let me think. The description of the link includes the signature followed by the file's title, if any. For this case, the signature is assumed present. I want to mention denote link here. File with signature. For more advanced uses, especially when called from Lisp, refer to the denote link function. Denote link function, like this, folks. Let me see this thing here, and let's go back to the notes, and let's call this. And what will it do? Okay. We have something here that could be nice, which is to filter nodes that only have a signature. But we will see about this. Let me do the ABCD first. Okay, the ABCD one is the one that doesn't have a title. And what about, come on, the first one. I like this. It works right away. We are good to go. But I don't like the fact here that the file prompt doesn't have a filter. We could have initial text like this. Let me see. Let's see, folks. What do we have here? Call this. Where is the initial text? Nope. Please explain. To pre-populate the buffer. I don't see it. Where is the initial text? This is not working. We found a bug here, folks. Where is the initial text? It should be here. But fun call project. This is the. Oh no, this is not good. What is now this? Prompt, all files, predicate. This does not accept initial text. Oh no. This is not good. This is not good at all. Denote all files. Let me see. I don't like this. This needs to be rewritten. At some point we changed this. I don't remember when we changed this, but this is definitely not good. Ensure uses its own history. When did we change this? Oh, fun call. Ah, okay. Okay, I see. I remember now. This is a net positive, of course. What we did here is good. It was done by Noboru Ota. So I like the fact that we have the project.tl integration because it flattens the file prompt. However, we had a regression here that I didn't spot at the time, which is the fact that this is useless. Okay, I will write a to-do here. I don't want to be this, not to-do, fix me here. Make it accept initial text. Or anyhow, figure out what can be done. Initial text again. Okay. Let's see. We have the file prompt when all files. Let me see. Let me see where this is used, if it ever gets an initial text. Okay. Okay, actually it doesn't get an initial text. So what I will do instead is that I will insert a filter here. I will have it, instead of an initial text, to accept a filter right away. But then let me see what we have. Functions, denote files, denote directory files, matching regex. Wonderful. And we will have here with filter files matching regex. This is the idea. And so what we will have here is this, and it will be either or the files matching regex or everything. This is the idea, all the files. Of course, you could make it a bit different. If files matching regex, this one with files matching regex, else denote all files. And instead of all files here, let's call this let's call this files, which is better. Okay, this is good. Prompt for file with identifier in variable denote directory with optional files matching regex. Use it to filter the candidates per the given regular expression. Okay, the thing is that this is not interactive. Okay, this is great. Okay, this part is not. Okay, denote file prompt is not interactive. This is fine. This part is interactive, but not the file prompt itself. And so the initial text basically here is useless. Hopefully this will not break things, but I should probably issue. How will we do it now? Make obsolete function. No. Okay, earlier I did the make obsolete, by the way. And it should be make obsolete variable. Or was it a function? I don't remember. Let's see. No, it was a function, so we are good. Make obsolete denote file prompt. And the new one is denote file prompt. No. I think it's just easier to use the release notes for this one. Let's not spam users with that. And let's go to the link signature, link with signature. And so we have this. And let me see if this works now. Link with signature. This is a thing of beauty, folks, you see. This is a thing of beauty. Just like this, a little bit of extra and you are good to go. Good to go. This is great. I really like this. Insert link to file with signature. To file with signature. Insert link to file with signature. Prompt for file using mini buffer completion, limiting the list of candidates to files with a signature in their file name. This is great. The description of the link. Yes, of course. No, let's keep that actually. For more advanced uses, especially when called from Lisp, refer to the denote link function. This is wonderful. I really like this. However, I made the change here to the denote file prompt, which is a non-trivial change because it may break things and I really need to read about all this. Okay, I see here we also are breaking the denote link here in the denote link or create command. We will get there. Okay, we will get there. File prompt, this is fine. Yeah, I don't think there is any other place where we would need to filter. Okay, denote link, link with signature, link or create. Okay, this is fine. Okay. What do we need now? We need to document this and also to document the change to the denote file prompt. Let me see, where is the denote file prompt? That we renamed. Okay. Let's leave it here there. We have it in the manual, but let's leave it there. Okay, denote file prompt. This is fine. So I fixed this. Prompt for file with identifier in variable denote directory with optional files matching regex. Use it to filter the candidates per the given. No, filter the candidates per the given regular expression. This is great. And what I want to do here is have that and make. We don't have. Okay, here in the variable denote directory like this. Okay. And then I want to say refactored as part of development version, because the old initial input argument was not actually used anywhere. Okay. So there is this. This looks promising. Let me then commit this separately. We have the documentation of it, the node file prompt like this. Breaking, make the node file prompt accept optional regex filter. Okay, this is nice. And now we have our new interactive function, but let me see where to add it now. Link to an existing node, insert links matching from marked files in Dyad, matching regex, and let's create a new section here. Insert link to file with signature. Let me see. F index, we will have this, but I will return to this. I want to check very quickly if we have a section. Slugify title. No. Let's do the file naming scheme. Okay, let's copy this. The command blah prompts for a file among those that contain a signature. Let's see how we can do it. Signature, and inserts a link to it. The description of the link includes the text of the signature and that of the file's title, if any. For example, the file, the following file, and let me get one file from here. Example with the following file. For example, the following file, like this, will, for example, a link to the following title will get this link. And then I want to link to it to see what it actually does. Here, which is this. Wonderful. Like this. Okay, great. And then this is part of development version. Here, this is good. Let me also add here this. This is great. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. I really like this. For more advanced uses, especially when called from Lisp, refer to the doc string of the denote link function. Okay, this is great. Now I want to go to Firefox and get this. This is issue 167, and the person is Mark Olson. And so what I want to do is go to the acknowledgements and ideas under user feedback. I want to add Mark here, Mark Olson. Let me make sure that I spelled this correctly. Olson. Okay. Very well. And let's go here and just do it, folks. Let's see. We want to say that we have that. Link with signature. Okay. Add new denote link with signature command. Thanks to Mark Olson for mentioning this idea. It was done in issue, what was it, 167? 167 on the GitHub Mirror. And there we have it, folks. So yeah, that almost took me 1.5 hours, and I thought this was the small one. Imagine the others. Okay, but it was a very fruitful exercise because I was able to abstract the denote link and then do this, which is great. I think this is clean code. What I did now is very nicely done. Probably it can be improved further, which I am always in favor of. Nevertheless, I am of the view that we should have something that works. We should try to abstract things, have something that works, and if we can improve it later, that's even better. But we should at least try. It shouldn't be, sloppy code and then we fix it later, because then you will end up with a mess. And I want to update the manual here very quickly, and we don't need all that. And I will say here denote HTML. This is good. Come on. Okay, and off you go. Main. Let's see. Okay, let's kill these. Let me go here and I will say thank you, Mark. I just pushed some changes which make this possible. Check the command, and I already forgot how it's called. Denote link with signature. Okay. Denote link with signature. And please let me know how it works for you. Done. Okay, this was done. Let me check the chat very quickly. What do we have here? How am I? I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Let's see. Could also be usable adding signature to the file headings like file tags. This is not easy. You mean to add it to the front matter of the note. This is not easy because it can break things. We really need to refactor lots and lots of aspects of the code. In principle, I don't see anything wrong with it, but it's not trivial. So we will see what we will do. You saw how much time it took me just to do this small command. Imagine having to rewrite larger parts. Where are you recording from? I am recording from the hut that I built. This is my new house. This is where I live now. Right outside here is the mountain. There is no neighbor here. There is nobody here. I am alone in the mountains. There is a village further up the valley. If we walk up the mountain or drive or whatever, if we go up the mountain, there is a village, but I am outside the village. So over here it is quiet. It is quiet except for 3 days, not 3 days, 3 weeks or thereabouts throughout the year during February, May, and this time, so end of September. One is when they are pruning the vineyards, 2 is when they are fertilizing them, and 3 is when they are collecting the grapes. Other than that, it's very quiet here. What font am I using? The font I am using is my Iosefka Comfy font. But let me go 1 second here, because this is a super family of many fonts, and you can see it here. I will add the link to this, or maybe I should use the GitHub link. Yeah, maybe. Me Hub and Iosefka Comfy. Let me add this in the chat. Where are we? Okay. Link to my Iosefka Comfy fonts with an S. Okay, like this. The one I am using for code here is Iosefka Comfy. This is the one I am using right now. Of course, I oscillate. For example, in the browser, this is Iosefka Comfy here. This one is Iosefka Comfy Motion. This is like a serif version of Iosefka Comfy. Well, technically it's not serif, it is slab serif, but let's not split hairs here. Meaning this one. It's that. And the one I use in the readme.org, like, where is it? Here, the one I am using here is Iosefka Comfy Motion Duo. All the Duo fonts are the ones that are so-called Duo spaced. This is how I call them. Basically, they are quasi-proportional. They are not exactly monospaced, but they still feel like they are monospaced. So there is that. Yeah. Let me then. What did I do here? What is. Okay, kill this. Okay, this is good. This is done. And now I want to do this, but this is big, folks. This is a big one. This is definitely a big one. Yeah, so my plan to spend 2 hours to work on all 3 of those was completely unrealistic. Nevertheless, I did some good work. Let me do here, you may not know this, you can add the patch suffix to the pull request and it will download them. Did it? I'm not sure. Come on. Oh, I am in the files. Sorry, that's why. Patch. Yes, this is better. And I need this. Let's go to Emacs. Let's check this, folks. So, yeah, what do we have here? Diff mode. Okay, this is better. I prefer to study this inside of Emacs. Of course, I want to merge this. The plan is to merge this for sure. But if it's not trivial, as you can see here, it will need a lot of testing. What are we operating on here? By the way, in the note, okay. I won't do this now because I won't have enough time. I remembered that in the note.el there is a broken, something I broke, which is a call to denote link. Let's search then for denote link explicitly. Oh no, let's search then for a function call to denote link with a space. Okay, we have here, this is the correct one. This is faulty, and this is faulty, and this is faulty. Okay, we have 3 erroneous calls to denote link. Of course, they are not erroneous, they are correct, but they are out of date because I rewrote denote link earlier, and now I need to fix the mess that I created. Let's start from this one. Actually, let's keep the occur buffer here to have easier navigation. Denote link path ID only. What is this, first of all? Link after creating. If you call the note link like this, create new note in the background and link to it directly. These are the sort of functions that I added and I have only used sporadically, because personally I never have this sort of workflow. I never link to something that doesn't already exist. But let's see. Use the note interactively to produce the new note. Okay. With optional ID only as a prefix, blah, blah, blah. The same meaning. Call interactively the note. And then, to file. Description. We should then definitely have these. I think we basically have to do what I did here. Let the signal, no, what I did here, I mean. Let those two. So the path is the file type. The description will be the description. Okay, this is what we have to do, folks. And now I'm thinking of a helper function. A helper function. No. Let's have it like this. And this. Yeah, I think this should be a helper function. But let me see it, and so I can better understand whether it's worth a helper function. Yeah, okay. Okay, I want to do a helper function now because I prefer to see how this works, and then I will decide. Okay, let's see. Let path. The path is here. We don't need this. So the path is this, and so here we have the path. Okay, nice. The type, do we have the type of a path? This is it, correct. Fine. Okay, link after creating. Let me see if this works. Let's go to one of the nodes here, and I say link after creating. This is a node that is new. Okay, and denote testing, whatever. This is a node that is new. This is good. Let me see. Enter. Great. Just for completeness, some text. Okay. You can use this as the default title. By the way, when there is in square brackets, when there is something, this is the default value. This is standard in Emacs, meaning that if you press enter now, it will use some text as the title. And denote testing. Great. Let me see. Is this new? This is a new one. This is great. And this is a new one as well. Okay, this is working, and I think I can happily reuse this pattern. But where is my occur buffer? Up. Let's see here. Okay. Like this. Oh, this is the same idea. Why did we write it like this? Command prompt. No, no, no. This seems superfluous. Why are we doing it like this? This seems... Sorry. When did we do this? Oh, I did it. So, yeah, shame on me. Why am I doing it like this? And maybe... Let's see. When did we do this? Oh, it was in September. Hmm? I did this in on the 20th of September. Ah, yeah, yeah, the after with command. Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was sloppy. I was sloppy because we want to make this consistent. And what is this? Just for me to know. Link or create. Mm-hmm. Let me add it here. Here, I think the target. Here is the target, not the path. Target. Okay. Link or create. Let me save this. And let's go to our files. Link or create. Denote link or create. Let's see. And I will say, for example, if I type first, let's see, this will link. Yeah, it will link. That's okay. And if I do this again and I say third signature, okay, this will up. Okay, file title. So this is wrong. It should use the file title. Okay, we have our first regression here. It should be the target. It should be the target, meaning that this should be there. Okay, and do we have an ID only? We have it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let me see. Okay, this is fine. Link or create. Third signature or third regular note. Okay. Why is this nil now? It should again be. This is not working. What are we doing wrong, folks? If it exists, do your thing. Link after creating. Where is the link after creating? It's this one. But what did I say here? What about the link after creating? Ah, command with title history. Okay. But we are calling this interactively now. Okay. What am I trying to achieve here? What is this? With modified title history. Ah, okay, 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 okay. But it's not modified. Let me see it again. The node file prompt. Okay. Denote link to the file. This is the correct one where we can link just fine. But this is problematic. Link after creating. But here it says denote link or create. Use denote link on target file, creating it if necessary. Okay. Okay. Link after creating, but if you call this interactively, it gets the description from the file, but of course, if it is a new file, link after creating. No, what we are doing here is fine. Okay, I understand now. We are modifying the history such that meta-p here would give us what we inputted here. We will get it here. But for some reason, this is not working. Let me see. Okay, nil. Okay, so something in this history is problematic. What history is this? Which history? Somewhere I have a faulty history now. Probably it's the denote file prompt. File history. You know what? Let me reset it. Okay. And then let's go here and let's do it. Link or create. Select a node. Third regular one. Okay. This is wrong. This is wrong. I should be... Oh, what is that? 1 second. How do I get these now? Okay, I'm not sure where the error is, so I will do an edebug on error. No, I'm an instrumentation of the link or create here, and let's instrument this, and let's call it. Okay, and I will say third regular, which doesn't exist. Okay, this returns a file path. The prefix argument is not there, and the file path exists. It doesn't. Fine, go here. Okay, so I only need to test that. Okay, let's then remove the instrumentation, and let me check this a bit more carefully. Append to the history the denote title history. So this is the one I didn't. No, now I don't remember. Yeah, okay. Let's make this nil. Probably there was something faulty there. Let's try now. Third one. Okay. Wrong. Okay. Okay, there is definitely some bug here. What do we have here? Nil. Okay, interesting. Let's see, where did I have this? Okay, let's debug this. And I will call this the third one. Okay, we are here. And we have nil as a history. Of course, because here history is nil. Where is the title history here? It's in the title prompt. But where do we get the title prompt? We don't. Actually, let me see. We don't have the... Okay, so we don't have it in the link or create. In the link or create, we have the file prompt. Let me see 1 second. I need to see the history here. This is exactly the thing when you do these do what I mean kind of functions, where for them to do what you mean, you have to dig into a lot of edge cases and figure them out. Okay, the denote file prompt. And this one is using the denote file prompt. This is called denote interactively, meaning that it ultimately uses the denote file prompt. Unless I am mistaken. Denote title prompt as well. Okay. Oh, what did I do? Okay. Link or create. Denote file prompt. This is confusing still. This is confusing me. Here we need to search for a file to link to. But what we input in will not be a file, it would be a title, meaning that we should be adding what we inputted here to the title prompt. And then here we have title history. And the title history is the title prompt. Okay. So we are doing it correctly. And what's the error here there? Append okay. Let denote title history. Append extracted string to history. But for now, I want to see what is the extracted history string. What is this? Nil. Extract title from history. Denote file history. And this is what? Nil. Okay, so this is nil. Where is this? File prompt, file history, all good. Okay. This is fine. Okay. Extract title. Okay, so everything seems to be okay actually. But for some reason, the file prompt, the file history rather, is empty. Let me then create a new file regularly. A new file. Denote testing. Okay. What is the file history now? The car of it. How is it nil? Something is amiss here, folks. This shouldn't be nil because I did the denote file prompt. Let me do it like this. Denote file prompt. Up. Some test that should appear in the history. Come on. And what is the history? Nil. Something else is... Oh no, don't tell me. Okay, so this thing with the project is definitely problematic, folks. This thing here is definitely a source of trouble. And what is history? Predicate and history. Okay, so actually this is correct. But what I will do to make sure that this is actually working, add to history. History var is the denote file history. And the new element is the... It is select node. Yeah, this is the problem. Like this thing here... Oh my goodness. No, this, I won't do this now. I won't do this now because this needs more thought. What did I do here? Okay, so it was like this. This needs more thought, but these sorts of abstractions create problem. So the problem here is that the element that we would want to add to the new history is not known at this point. It is known after we fun call this one and then get back the element. And if I do this, okay, let me do this. Denote file prompt, denote file prompt, and just give me one, and it returns an absolute file system path. Okay, let's then do this. Prompt when files. Okay, let me see how best to write this. When let the files, let's continue, completion ignore case, like this. And so file among the files is this. Okay. And what I want to do, prog1, or I don't actually need to do this, add to history, and it's the denote file history, add the file, and then return file. Maybe I fixed it. Let's see. Denote file prompt, it's the usual prompt. It returns my second signature, blah, blah, blah. What about this? This is the desired behavior. So I want to fix this on its own, but let's now go to the function or create link here. Okay, so this should work. Let's see now if it does. Denote link or create third regular node. Okay, what is this? I want to remove all the instrumentation, and let's try again. Third regular node, And meta p, yes, thank goodness. This is the desired behavior. Denote testing. Wonderful. Okay, this is the desired behavior, finally. Let's get back now to the occur buffer, but I think I see it here anyway. These should be merged, but I will see it later. For now, I think this is the same as the other one. And let me see in the occur buffer here. Up. Denote link. No. Denote link with a space. Okay. And in both cases, we are doing stuff. Fine. And what are now my errors here? There should be 2 spaces after a period. Yeah, okay. Skip front matter prompt. Where is this? What is this? Okay, I will see these. Okay, this is fine. We don't have any regressions anymore, but let me see it. Link after creating with command. Let's go. Let's do a denote link after creating first to be sure that it works. File title. Okay, so I will say like link after creating, right? So here we are creating fourth regular one. Okay, denote. Let's just use denote. Okay, wonderful. And now let's do link after creating with command. Okay, I need to update the prompt there. This is fine. Let's use the signature. Denote signature is not a command. Of course, yes. We have another error here, folks. Here. Let's see the prompt. Run command, run note creating denote command like this. This is good. And what we want from this is the intern, meaning we don't want the string, we want the symbol. Let's go here with command, run note taking, note creating, denote command, and let me use the denote signature command. Provide signature, hello, let me use this, hello, and file title, this is a test, and the denote keyword, and it did this. Okay, in this case it should technically let me see, hello, it's there. It should technically use the other one that we have to link to signature here. It should have that. But I will include a fix me for this. When the command is denote signature, we should also adapt the denote link. Actually, I will do it now. Why not? If equal the command to denote signature, let's see, link signature, link with signature. Yes, this is nice. Do your thing like this. But will it work? I don't actually know. Link with signature, or and let's say call interactively. Interactively this. Okay. Let's go here. With command denote signature, What's the error here? Up. What does this? What did I do wrong here again? Hello? Denote date. Denote signature. And if you do it... Oh. But I have a require match here. Why does it accept the empty input? It shouldn't accept the empty input. But anyway, it does. That's not the fault of denote. It's the fault of the mini buffer. Denote signature is what I want. Provide signature, and it will be A, B, C, D, E. Hello world. Denote. And what is that? No, this is not useful. Because now you should just use this to link to it directly. So this is not useful at all. We want to have what we had here, but then link get description with signature. Okay, this is what we want to do. If equal, the command is the denote signature, then we do with signature. Otherwise, we do without signature. And I think this is true now. Let me see now. Denote signature. And the signature will be A, B, C, D, E, F. And the title, this is a test. Denote. Okay, this is the correct behavior. And let's see if I call some other command. Let's call the denote type. And this will be markdown. And I will say, of course, it makes no sense to have markdown here, but anyway, this is a test. Denote. Okay, whatever. So technically, this is correct. I used the markdown link making command, so it works. Okay, it works, folks. It's already half past. I will commit these and I will get to the chat and then see what we have. We have lots of issues. We want to fix the denote file prompt. Make denote file prompt record history. We had a regression when we switched to the project. Come on, I cannot type. Project.el prompt, whereby the history was not being updated, or at least it was not updated while I was using it today. We thus populate the history variable ourselves, though this may not be necessary. We shall see. Okay, we fix this, and here I want to input this on its own. Fix prompt text in denote command prompt. This is good. And make, let's have it here. Make denote command prompt return symbol. Okay, but let me go 1 second back to denote because I think I saw something there. Command prompt. Where is the default? There is no default. That's why I was getting the false thing earlier. Exactly, it's like this. Okay, let's fix that as well. Okay, include the default value in denote command prompt like this. This is beautiful. Fix regressions then with how the denote link was called, but let me find the commit. Okay, here, and we want to commit all this, fix regressions with how denote link was called. These were caused by, come on, caused by commit. Okay, this is very good. And let me go to denote again with command I have here, and I will add a fix me here, which is consolidate this with the above, and add a fix me to avoid duplication with link. Come on, link. I cannot type anymore. Link after creating commands. Very well, and we push all this. This is good. A lot of work, folks. A lot of work to just get this denote link basically to work. Okay, let me then go here. Where are we? So I am doing well, thank you. I'm fine. You are completely off grid, solar panel and mobile internet. This is correct. The solar panels are off grid and the internet is mobile internet. It is 5G technology. There is a box. I just plug it in. It has a SIM card and this gives me internet. And then, of course, I have a cable to connect it to the desktop. But there is that. Bro, have you ever studied Buddhist philosophy? I have read a little bit of Buddhism, Buddhist texts, but no, I have not studied it. It is something I would like to do at some point, but so far I haven't done it. With regard to the free variable, since you are inside the interactive spec, why do you send Q? Of course, yes, you are right. That is wrong, and I saw it as well, and I was caught by surprise. So I don't know why we are doing that. I don't remember why this is. I really don't remember why this is, and I will have to consult history. So. Okay. Okay, but I will anyway check this at a later point. I'm not sure why we are doing it like this. When there is a prefix arg, and when the car of the prefix arg is 16, when there is a prefix, yeah, this should be 2. 1 second. Okay. What is this, first of all? Okay, you know what? This will take me down a rabbit hole. So I don't want to do that because I want to basically keep it to about 2 hours. I could easily stay here for another 2, but I want to be mindful of my mobile internet because it is capped, you know. So I have a fixed amount of data that I can spend in a month, and I don't want to go overboard. I need the data for my work as well, for coaching purposes. Let's see. So I didn't manage to get to the other two issues, which is the duplicate IDs, this patch over here by Jean-Charles. No, this is Jean-Philippe. Let me make sure. This is Jean-Philippe, yes. So I didn't manage to get to this one, and I didn't manage to get to Jean-Charles' contribution either, and I want to do it. By the way, it says patch, but I don't see a patch. Or probably it is attached, and SourceHut does not display the attachments, which is unfortunate. I asked about this more than a year ago, never got any reply. But I still want to support SourceHut because I think they are a force for good despite those user interface shortcomings. Okay, so that's all for today, folks. I will work on these eventually. I don't know when, hopefully soon, but not in this live stream. So what can we do? Let me see if there is anything else we should see here. I would very much recommend it. This is about Buddhist philosophy. Thank you, thank you. So yes, I am interested to learn more. I am interested to learn more about schools of thought from all cultures, basically. It's not like Buddhism. I'm also interested in other schools of thought. But yeah, it will have to happen at some point. I don't know when. So yeah, I thank you very much for your attention, folks. The original plan was to basically do this, and then if I had free time to also do some other package. But then you see that it is not according to plan in that way. It takes more time than I anticipated. Anyhow, I will close the stream now. Thank you very much for your attention. Take care and goodbye. And of course, I will continue developing the node. Probably there will be a new release in the coming days or weeks, depending on my progress. We will see. So take care, folks. Goodbye from my side.